Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about safety in the Philippines. So there are about 10 or 12 things you should understand in order to preserve some semblance of reality here in the Philippines. One of them is excessive heights of curbs. This curb, for instance, is about 13 inches. Now, when you walk off this curb, it could be 2 inches higher, up a little bit further over here at about 15 inches. So I'll give you an idea. Okay, so some curbs are 0 inches, some curbs are 15 inches. Some steps are 3 inches on one side of the step and 14 inches on the other side of the step. Steps do not have regulations. Like in America, it has to be within 1/64 of an inch. No such rules here exist. Another rule that does not exist is railings on sidewalks that you can fall to your death from very easily, because this is a 2-meter drop off this sidewalk. To the left is 2 meters where the cat is down there, and the curb is 10. So if you were on a bicycle at night, in theory, you could very easily die by just not paying attention to where the bicycle navigated from. That's another thing that you need to be cautious of. Another thing you need to be cautious of is the fact that there are no markers on this drop-off on a public sidewalk. See, this is a canteen. The beer CCO canteen is inside. So let's take a walk and see what could have happened if you were walking down this sidewalk at night, which, by the way, there are no street lights at all. You will not see a street light for 100 feet in either direction. I looked. So there's a man up there. So this is just under 2 meters. Yeah, well, it's about 5 foot 5 inches tall. So I was off by about 18 inches. But imagine falling from that sidewalk onto this concrete embankment. And then, let's say you were on this sidewalk and you just sidestepped a little bit to the left while walking down this section at night, and after you fell off the sidewalk, you fell into this trough, which is part of a public sidewalk. Okay, this is another danger in the Philippines. Now, if you'll notice, Mayan Buntag, if you'll notice, there are no markings whatsoever. There's no handrails on that stoop over there. I just was fined $1,500 for 2 steps in America because we didn't have a railing on 2 steps. $1,500 in fines, and it took 6 months to get a permit to put a railing on a step that has been there since 1908. So this sidewalk here, let's just walk down here. Okay, this sidewalk here, let's say you decided to go to the Bohol Federation of Agrarian Reform Community Cooperative, whatever that is. Let's say you decided to go there, and you just lollygagged up these 2 steps here, and it's nighttime, and you see a light on over there, and you want to get a soda, and look what you can fall into. Look at the size of this hole. Okay, it's almost 2 feet deep, and it runs for 75 feet in length. No railing, no light, no light, no light, no light. Ah, there's a light over there, about 70 feet away. There's a light, and it's still on. So there is one light to illuminate this entire process here. Now this fellow over here, dangerous, yeah? Dangerous? You fall in there? You? No problem for you?
If we blend.
If you fall, patay.
Piang.
Pain. I think he's saying pain. Okay, Mayan buntag. Okay, so this is another danger. Now, aside from the danger of falling, look at what you fall into. You fall, that water there is an overflow, not an overflow, a standard septic flow from the top of that mountain, an open septic trough. So these are just some of the many dangers that exist in the Philippines. Another danger is in the park. Well, they don't really need security here. In the day, there is no security. And at night, I've been here in both the day and the night. This is the what is this building? The Capitol building of Bohol. And this is a beautiful park. It's President Garcia Park. I have never, Salamat, I have never been accosted, asked for money, harassed, or any begging done in this park. Never. So I would say it's as safe as the park called People's Park in Davao. For sure, it's that safe. And I've been in here in the day and in the night and had nothing but fun. I don't really think there's a lot of problems in Bohol. I've been here for 6.5 years. I've never been accosted. I've been approached by what they call the Bajau. They are beggars that live at the terminal, at the ICM terminal, and not so much by the BQ Mall. But anytime you see a jeepney terminal, you will see the Bajau. Mayan buntag. Mayan buntag. Whoa, there's a lot of people there. Buntag. Okay, so, well, I guess they got blocked over here. Okay, so another danger are these little areas here where your foot can fall in. For sure, you can break your ankle. A child, for sure, entire leg would fit in there and break backwards. No doubt about it. A small woman's foot, no doubt about it, will fall through one of these holes and break the ankle, the shin, or the leg backwards. Okay, if we would have went in this park that they are fixing up, you will see swing sets that are not in disrepair. Now, they do plan on fixing all of that equipment, and I don't wish to exasperate the need for it to be fixed, but I'm also not going to make a video every time I go by. The park is being renovated. That's President Garcia Park, next to the Capitol building in Bohol. Now, the park is several acres. There's grass, trees, rides, sliding ponds, and now they have, it looks like a public venue area where those white tents are, where there'll be music and cabaret at night. So this is just some of the things that I want you to understand that can be hazardous to your health in the Philippines. Now, I don't mean to harp on these things, but what I want to tell you is, whilst you are walking down the streets of the Philippines, you should always pay attention to the next 10 or 15 feet in front of you, or never look up off the sidewalk or where you're walking, because the terrain can change at any moment. So these are things I know by Michael Fazio, and these are in fact things that will save your life, because walking off a 2-foot curb or a 2-meter sidewalk, which are everywhere. Do not make the mistake, because I only showed you one, that only one exists. They are everywhere. Mayan buntag. They are everywhere. Do not make that mistake. These hazards Buntag. These hazards exist everywhere. Every street, every city, every location, every county, borough, park, municipality, everywhere. The Philippines is laden with this. Look at this, a mussel. That's a mussel. That's an actual saltwater mussel in the middle of Tagbilaran City. Now that is strange. I gotta make a video of that. Come on, what's the chances of that? That's an actual saltwater mussel. Holy macaroni. I know how it got there. Birds pick those things up at the ocean and drop them to open them up, but probably that got there. It was probably somebody's lunch. All right, so we have a beautiful day in the Philippines, and this is Michael Fazio and Daisy Bay. We have just come back from a 1.5 hour visit to the people in charge. Let's just say the people in charge. And the people in charge have granted everything that Daisy and I requested. The people in charge spoke with Daisy in private, separated from me, and questioned Daisy emphatically. I don't know what they said. There was nothing